Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff, and as always also published on Rumble. Lately I got some issues here and there trying to access like upload stuff there, but I've been managing even sometimes a little bit later than I liked, but I've been managing to upload everything, at least the daily gaming news. And of course I'm uploading the XCOM 2 until it catches up here with YouTube, and the Prey is on par with YouTube also, so if you want to catch up there, all the other gameplay stuff there is available also. And I got the the post archive there on the blogger stuff, and I also published on Patreon for access support. And today I don't think I can manage to get around a gaming episode, but I will try to at least record something, at least for tomorrow, if not today. We'll see how it goes. And the next one should be XCOM 2. We'll see how it goes. I will try my best. Again, we're reaching Christmas time and all that jazz, so a lot of busy days ahead of me in terms of work. Not much happening. Still, we got some deals here. The 77 XT drops to $400 for the first time. The MSRP, I think it's $450, give or take. It's been maintaining around $430 or $440, between that price there. And this is the ASRock Challenger series there. This is where is this? Like, it's not B&H, not I don't think it's Amazon. Oh my god, Newegg. Yeah, I always forget the American outlets there. Yeah, Newegg, you got the code there, this code here, $50 off. And I think it's come bundled with the Avatar game that it's coming out, or already came out. I don't know, I don't follow that game that much closely. But yeah, it's not a bad deal, even though I do prefer the 7800 XT, mainly because even though it's a little bit more expensive, it has the full Navi 32 unlocked, and it got a better memory bus width, 256 bits instead of the 192, and got instead of 12 we got 16 gigabytes there. Even though I think the 7700 XT is not a bad GPU to play 1440p. Maybe some entry-level 4K. I don't know, now with the FSR free, I don't know how it behaves, if it behaves that well. But the 7800 XT, even though it's a little bit more expensive now with this promo, a little bit $100, I don't know, depending on your budget. But then again, we will have in less than 1 month the announcements of the Super Series from RTX. I don't know how the old GPUs that are going to be replaced, in terms of, at least in the naming scheme, how we're going to behave in terms of going against at least the 7800 XT and the 7900 XT and XTX. I don't know how it's going to change. This MSRP here at the moment, the 7900 XT usually goes around 950, 900, depending on the brand and the AIB partner there. The 7900 XT, I really don't know, but I think it's around $700, give or take, around that thing there. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do any refreshes, but at least this one, if you're really looking for someone, this is not a bad option, like in the mid-range kind of a thing. I think it competes pretty well with the 4070. I think in the 7800 XT it's more to compete with the 4070 Ti to a certain extent. But yeah, here you have it. It got at least $50 off. And I don't know if you can manage to... yeah, I don't know if you can sell the game code. Because I don't know how you can proceed this, because with my 7900 XTX supposedly I had access to the one game, Starfield, I think, but it was not available in my region, so I don't know how to proceed regarding if you need like a serial number of GPU or something like that to associate with the account, the thing. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's only 3 months after it launched, so around September. But yeah, it's like a promo for Christmas for sure, something like that. To see if they can release a little bit of the inventory there. But yeah, and regarding more hardware, this is kind of a rumor. This is from Red Gaming Tech. From time to time I watch these videos. Again, it's rumor. I don't trust 100% on anybody that comes out with rumors and insider things, because might not be the most correct information from that leak, or even though things can change. But similarly, Xbox wants to feature Zen5 and RDNA5 architecture for the next Xbox. I think it's the 5th generation. I never know. It's called next gen or whatever it's called, which is interesting enough. And supposedly they want to launch like 2026, so kind of early, mainly because in terms of competition with the PS, with PlayStation, I think they are planning on launching the PS5 Pro next year or something like that. I'm not totally sure. Which is interesting, given that they only want to launch PlayStation 6 around 2027 or something like that. Yeah, we might get desynchronization of console launches, at least in terms of generational leaps, regarding the between PlayStation and Xbox, mainly because how the technology is advancing and the fact that they can customize. They might not be, don't want to wait for like new hardware to come out, at least from the manufacturers. In this case, the jumping leaps in terms of the CPU architecture and also the GPU architecture, which is kind of interesting. They want to jump to Zen5 and RDNA5 in terms of rumors again. It's interesting because it might give a little bit run for its money regarding PlayStation. Yeah, and lately PlayStation it's not making like great moves, mainly with that content library regarding movies and series, and the fact that again, after that story, it came out again that people tend to forget that you cannot sell second-hand games, PlayStation games, which is not a good move. In terms of how you're supporting your clients, and the fact that you remove just people bought the stuff in terms of digital content, even though to a certain extent is not yours. It's just you just buy for a licensing fee. It's a licensing fee for all intents and purposes. But yeah, but the fact that they just completely removed from the library, I don't know what kind of arrangements that they made with the content provider, but yeah. They are not making good moves, and similarly Xbox is to a certain extent, if they from what I understood, Phil Spencer, I think they are going full throttle to trying to gain a little bit more of the market from PlayStation, so they can be more competitive, mainly, and you saw this regarding studio acquisitions and the game, Xbox Game Pass stuff there. What they're trying to do is to a certain degree, it's try to create, I suppose, the best comparison I can make is to create Steam for consoles to a certain degree. To leave that kind of footprint there on the gaming scene. And they are making a lot of huge investments, but still they are a little bit behind PlayStation regarding like IP ownership and all that stuff, which is interesting. But yeah. The rumor here is supposedly Zen5 and RDNA5. We still have RDNA4 to be launched maybe next year from AMD for the DIY market. But yeah, as you can see, the calendars, it will match around 2024 and 2025. We'll see how it goes. Zen6 it's later 2026 for sure. We still have this Zen5 architecture, which is similarly pretty excellent in terms of CPUs. It makes to a certain degree Intel a little bit ashamed of what they are doing there. But yeah, RDNA4 I think is going to be in the intermediary step in terms of GPU stuff. I think it's going to be good for consoles because they don't use like high-end GPU chips there. Even though they are usually pretty good on doing upscaling there. They are more optimized for that, if not mistaken. But yeah, I think the RDNA4 is going to be an intermediary step for AMD, mainly because of supposedly there is no official word, but supposedly they are not going to launch like a RDNA, like a Navi 41 chip, 41 chip, so it's like the high end, so equivalent to 8900 kind of a thing there. I think they're going to just launch middle of the road chips. So basically the next generation will be 8000 and 8800 and 8700 and all that jazz there. There's not going to be a high-end chip. At least that's the information that we have for now regarding leaks and rumors. But we will see, because I think it has to do with a chiplet design. They didn't manage to get around in time, at least in a timely manner for them, to get around to overcome some issues. And they just skip ahead and just put the RDNA effort on RDNA5. Maybe we'll see a huge leap with that if they manage to get around the hardware constraints and the things that happen there. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so it's a little bit too much for me. But from what I understood, that's what's happening here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what kind of moves Xbox will do. Again, this is rumors. Take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, we'll see what kind of steps Xbox does, and afterwards, how will PlayStation will respond to all of these moves here. And now we get to finalize here. We got Monster Hunter Wilds. The Steam and PS5 store pages are now live. I got it here. I already wishlisted, so we'll keep a track on it. It will only come in 2025, but at least we have something. It's very barren, no system requirements, no nothing. The most interesting thing for me is the fact that it's a Monster Hunter mainline series game. Probably it's going to be my first entry on the series. I'm not sure if I will be able to get around getting, for example, Monster Hunter World. Yeah, it's the mainline series, and the fact that it's the most interesting thing for me is it's going to be on RE engine, this game, from what I understood. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, finally I can get around in doing some master hunting in this series, because it always piques my curiosity, and now because it's coming now directly also on PC, because before it was like basically console exclusive, so I don't have a console, never, for a long time, since PS2 era I don't have a console, so that's why I skip a lot of these games here. But yeah, it's you can now wishlist it, and I will keep track on this game as best I can. And just for a quick video here from Daniel Owen, I follow up this guy. This guy does very good, he's very focused on GPU stuff. And regarding news deals, so if you want to follow up on him, usually he goes around and he pays very attention to the American market regarding GPU deals, so I think it's a good guy to follow up, and usually does a lot of comparisons between GPUs, if they are good enough to play certain games, and it goes around and doing all the 1080p's, 1440p's, 4K's with DLSS, without DLSS, with everything, comparing several GPUs. Is very good and very consistent on the content he brings. And here in this case is how to mod the frame generation stuff that I covered yesterday to FSR in the RTX 2030 series GPUs. And he goes about it and explaining how you can manage this step by step, so it's kind of a tutorial there. He's pretty good and consistent on everything he does, and I think he deserves a follow-up on this one. But yeah, for today, this is what I got for news. Just going to wrap up with some gaming deals. Red Dead Redemption 2, 67% off. I think the Ultimate Edition is pretty good. Only like $7 more. Got around 1 day since, for sure, since the publishing of this video. We got Nier Replicant, 60% off, and then the sequel, Nier Automata. This, of course, this is like the remake, and in this case, the Yora edition, so it's got everything. 60% off. I think it's a good deal here. We got the Long Dark. I don't know which version is best, but I think the Apocalypse bundle brings everything, or Quiet Apocalypse bundle. Indie game, I managed to follow up since the early access days. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's very kind of survival, and the art style seems pretty interesting here. And it's got since then very positive reviews, so I think it's well worthwhile to give some support on this one. The Invincible, again, narrative driven, based on the book, Polish author, I think. I think it's got very positive reviews, and it's 20% off. I think it's well worth it, but it's almost ending the deal here. We got Wartales, 85% off. Came out this year. Turn-based strategy. I think you like a bunch of mercenaries, so you got the squad management stuff and all that stuff there, and I think it's pretty good. And lastly, we got Dredge again. I think he won. I didn't confirm that. I think he won one of the nominations on the TGAs. But yeah, overwhelmingly positive. There is content on Dredge from Dredge on the Dave the Diver. They made a partnership there in terms of content. So content from this one for Dave the Diver, and you got a bundle here for the two games if you like to do so. And yeah, this is it, guys, for today. Again, I will try to see if I can manage to get a gaming episode today. It will be XCOM 2. And with all that said, I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment in time, it's for storage, for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my private clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So till then, Kunamy Master out.